Vale, esto ya está grabando, voy a entrar. Con lo cual, bajada de frames. Vale. Que me coloque esto. Podré jugar cada día y nunca estoy contento de cómo está puesto el puto micro. Lo voy a acabar poniendo encima de la mesa, como al principio. Pero es que molesta. Mejor así, pero bueno.
The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt, or so it seemed. The Witcher felt it always lost, until Kira gave him a new lead. The Crones of Crookback Bog.
Vale. ¿Qué iba a hacer yo? Vale, sí, ya me acuerdo de esta misión. Me gusta que te ponga justo donde lo dejaste. Joder, anda que nos grande la puta zona, ¿sabes? Up. ¿Vienen? ¿Venís o no venís? Holy shit. Me cago en su puta madre. Así te lo digo. Joder. Estaba mirando lo de la señal. Me he despistado. Bien. Puta bruja. Dios. Es demasiado peligroso meditar en este lugar. Holy shit. A ver.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Puta madre. ¿Por qué ha cambiado eso, tío? Bueno, da igual.
Wide, heavy wheels. Merchant's wagon.
Necesito encontrar comestibles cuanto antes. Vale, las marcas van hacia allí. Sí. Aviso, unos cobardes despreciables han desertado de Percha del Cuervo y ahora me rodean por estas tierras en pequeños grupos de sanguinarios traidores. Atención especial a los viajeros que transiten estas tierras. Gracias por el aviso.
Veered off the road at high speed. Doesn't bode well.
Una rueda.
Yeah, merchant traveling across Velen alone. No way that was gonna end well. Leftovers.
Un segundín. Porque la cerveza esta no me gusta. Ahora sí.
Of meat. Cataplepis. Wonder what spell requires that.
Paquete para Keira.
Package still
Ok.
intact. Don't sense anything magic though. Wonder how Kira will explain this one. Human from an artery. Can't be far. Wouldn't have made it.
¡Hijo puta! No lo he visto venir, ¿eh?
Show me what you got.
Ahí, que yo estaba persiguiendo la sangre esta.
Hid and waited for help. It never came. That's Velen for you.
Volker, nos hemos forrado, viejo amigo. Además de agotar las existencias, las hemos vendido por el triple del coste. El cliente lo quiere todo. Vino de Bocler, desde el joven a las añadas más antiguas del blanco, tinto, rosado, de todo. Ah, vale. Vino de beber. Yo había entendido vino del verbo venir. No obstante, hay una pega. Tenemos que llevar el género a Velen, a una aldea llamada Sotomedio. Ya lo sé, es peligroso por la guerra, pero piensa en el dinero. Ya he conseguido un pase para cruzar el Pontar y luego está a tiro de piedra. No te va a pasar nada, Klaus. Por data, iremos al 50%. Va a ser que no. La Celidonia sirve... Bueno, da igual. Por aquí hay. La Celidonia sirve para cositas. Esta canción está en el Wend también.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Parece lo mismo esta mujer. Le pregunto esto.
Any news of your sisters from the lodge?
None. We can't know too much about one another these days. It's safer that way.
Even tried to contact one another?
I've wanted to many times. But I've no way of knowing who would answer, or who might be listening.
Tell me more about this mage from the Isle. Were you two close?
Never expected you'd take such an interest in my private life.
More interested to know if you bonded, as fellow magic practitioners.
Well, we had little in common in that arena. Oh, Alexander was one of those anxious experimenters, forever short on sleep. The kind that thinks perfect happiness is an isolated tower and a full set of vials and alembics.
Vale.
Got those, substances you wanted?
Splendid. I can finally begin my study of double arboreal racination patterns. But first, I'll...
Brew yourself a mug of mulled wine? Saw what the wagon was carrying. Exquisite meats, expensive wines, Zerrikanian spices. Not a speck of magic. Care to tell me what you're up to?
I would rather show you. But you must wait a bit.
Color me intrigued. Fine, I'll wait.
Then shoo, outside.
Gonna slip into something more comfortable?
Later. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, go on, out.
Exigente.
You've been patient, thank you. It's almost ready.
Huh? If I wanted to see white mice, I'd just get drunk.
Note that I said almost. Now don't interrupt. The Kane Vin Capel.
Poca broma.
Third mouse. What happened to it?
The spell has a 66.67% chance of success. I always use one more than I need, just in case.
So where did... Kira, can I explain what's going on here?
Know the fairy tale about Cinderella?
Mm-hmm. True story it's based on, too. A Zoogle cropped up in a palace pond and ate Princess Cinderella whole. Left behind one slipper, so...
I beg you, not another word about Zoogles. Now, to return to the fairy tale, I'd like to escape these ghastly swamps for one magical night. I don't need a fairy godmother, I'll cast the spells myself. But I could use a Prince Charming. It just so happens you're the only decent candidate in all Velen. So, what do you say to a moonlight ride on horseback? And dinner?
Sounds tempting.
Lo del
So
gigolo.
tempting, I don't think I can refuse.
Demasiado para Geralt.
Before we go, there's one more thing.
Gotta transform a pumpkin into a carriage.
No. I shall transform our rancid rags into something more glamorous. Don't wince. It'll only be an illusion, won't hurt a bit. And at dawn, everything will return to normal.
Why not? Might as well go all out.
Then hold on tight. Gavella Glan. So, what do you think? Neckline too modest?
It's just right.
Oh, I might also have changed your hair colour while I was at it. I've always fancied dark-haired men. Oh well, any port in a storm. Well, off we go. Dinner's waiting. Last one there does the dishes.
Es una maga y friega los platos. Esto en Harry Potter no pasa, tío.
Whoa, Cinderella. We'll have a great fall.
As fast as you can. Try to catch me.
Los soldados por ahí, ¿sabes?
Make way.
Holy shit.
Congratulations. You'd make an excellent jockey.
If only I were a foot shorter and 5 stone lighter.
Well, yes. But then I'd not have invited you here. Now do you see why I needed those substances?
Could have just told me what this was about right up.
Geralt, run to the woods and fetch my shopping. I'd like to make dinner. Well, would you have helped?
If I'd known I'd get a glass of Zubaram dry in return, of course.
Well, well, never took you for a wine connoisseur.
Think witchers suck the marrow out of drowner bones and wash it down with puddle water?
More or less.
¿Qué
Well, we've
cojones?
chatted long enough on empty stomachs. Let's dig in.
Must have cost you a small fortune. Sure you don't need me to pitch in?
Please, I manage. You know, a dozen eggs here, a cock or gander there. Besides, my finances are about to improve.
How, if you don't mind my asking? I mean, you'd think the only work to be had in Velen would be in farming.
Very true. So, I've two options. I can either start cultivating turnips or leave. But that's not what I wish to discuss. Thank you once again, Geralt, for your help with the tower. You were fabulous.
Not the first curse I've lifted.
But among the most difficult, correct?
Cierto.
What happened on that island? Why, I shiver at the thought. And the laboratory. I sincerely hope you burnt everything. The cages, the corpses, the papers.
Didn't destroy that workshop, if that's what you're asking. Didn't see any reason to.
If Alexander's findings were to fall into the wrong hands. Although, Fyke Isle has a terrible reputation. None even dare go there. Perhaps there's nothing to worry about. I'm sorry. Such a gloomy subject to broach. I simply shouldn't have, not during our romantic dinner.
Romantic? Thought we came here as friends.
Friends, with benefits. So,
Joder.
Sorry, there's someone else.
so what? Oh, Geralt, Geralt. You're so old-fashioned. Will you at least lie down and gaze at the stars with me?
Why not?
Know what they call that constellation in Zerrikania?
Dragon something, I bet.
No, it has a different name. Bit indecent, actually. Lean closer and I'll whisper it in your ear. Egfain Nave.
Qué cabrona, tío.
Kira? Where? Put me to sleep with a spell. Means she's up to something. Fyke Isle. The tower.
Hay que ir, hay que ir. Lo que... Justo eso, necesito un barco. Sardinilla. Ahí estás. Ahora no me acuerdo de qué pasaba, tío. ¿Y la puerta? Aquí.
A light. Top floor of the tower.
Esperemos que las suyas no sean manos
Found
equivocadas.
what you were looking for.
Yes, Thanks for asking. How are you feeling? Sleep well?
Qué cabrona.
You used me.
Oh, please. I merely seized an opportunity.
If I'd known you just wanted Alexander's notes, I'd never have helped you lift the curse from Fyke Isle.
All right. Perhaps I wasn't completely honest. Didn't quite toe the line. But I knew you'd manage. You're so manly and all. Geralty poo. Wipe that frown off your face, or I might think you don't like me anymore.
Didn't come here to play games. I want to know what you're up to.
Naturally, you suspect me of the worst. I don't deserve that. My intentions are pure, like a virgin's tears. Alexander was studying the Catriona plague. I'll use his notes to produce medication, perhaps a cure, or at least a vaccine.
Strictly humanitarian motivations, is that it?
No, strictly selfish ones.
Madre mía, tío, vaya
Mighty would
personaje.
pay willingly for such a remedy. Can you imagine how much? Take Radovid, for instance. Why, he might even consider forgetting my past associations with the Lodge.
Radovid doesn't forget, and Radovid doesn't forgive, especially when it comes to sorceresses.
He'll make an exception for me. He'll have to. I have something he wants.
Please, you don't believe that.
Well, you believe Yennefer will stop treating you like a dog someday. Don't see me laughing. I'm going to see Radovid. Tell him of this research, whether you like it or not.
This is suicide, Kira. You'll wind up tied to a stake, burned to bolster the morals of the masses while entertaining them.
Shut up for a moment and look at me. See this? Bedbugs, Geralt. Bloody bedbugs. I, Kira Metz, advisor to Foltest, a member of the Lodge of Sorceresses, have bedbugs. Think what you will, but I'll not stay in this bloody swamp one day more. Not one day.
A ver, en realidad también hay que entenderle.
I shall cross the Pontar, and that means Radovid's men will find me sooner or later. Don't you understand? I don't have a choice. I will have to parley.
Got another option. Go to Kaer Morhen.
You believe I'd be safe there?
Long as you don't piss Lambert off, yes. Emir, Radovid, neither will be able to reach you. Find little in the way of luxury there, but we do have clean sheets.
It's a long way, well beyond the dividing line. But if I keep to the woods until I reach the Kestrel Mountains, I should pass through unnoticed. So be it. Seems I find it hard to refuse you, handsome. You've clearly a notion of what women want, how they think.
So, see you at Kaer Morhen? Beds free of bedbugs, mostly.
I long to be there already. See you, Geralt.
Pues esto en las otras partidas que hice no lo desenvolví así. O sea que estoy contento de haber hecho algo diferente, vaya. Dios. Qué guapo. Qué guay. Vale, a ver, misiones. Que ya va siendo hora. Contrato. Joder, si es que ya me empiezo a liar. Igual podría hacer este contrato. Los habitantes del Percha del Cuervo no solo vivían atemorizadas por los demenciales impulsos del varón y la codicia de sus matones, sino que también tenían que lidiar con un violento monstruo. Un monstruo chillón. Vale. Igual espero ser nivel 7, es que no sé qué hacer, tío. Bah. Voy a hacer una principal. Voy a hacer esta. Que es encontrar las moiras o la cabaña del conjurador. El varón resultó ser un negociador inflexible, totalmente consciente del valor de su información. Accedió a hablarle a Geralt de Ciri con una condición, que es de encontrarse a su mujer y su hija desaparecidas misteriosamente poco antes. Aunque el varón había removido cielo y tierra buscándolas, sus esfuerzos habían sido en balde. Y hay que encontrar la cabaña del conjurador. Ya me acuerdo, ya me acuerdo. Vale, pues voy a hacer esto. Antes que volver a la ciénaga aquella. Bueno, ir por primera vez, pero volver para mí. Y me acuerdo muchísimo de esto. Pues aquí mismo, por ejemplo. Sí.
Ye seek trouble? Don't. It'll find you.
Buy-in or just perusing?
Show me what you've got on offer.
Lamentable.
So long.
Puto pelo. A ver. Yo debería poder hacer algo. ¿Solo tengo uno de alco esto? Holy shit, estoy jodido. Estoy jodido, estoy jodido. Licor de cereza y fruta de balisa. Su puta madre. No sé dónde encontrar esto, la verdad. Bah. Tengo 0 puntos, ¿vale? Vale, bueno, en fin. Sigamos.
We'll get the help.
Hey, look. Some straight.
What do you want?
Want to talk to the Peller.
Too late. We've got dibs on a chat with him. A long one.
What do you want from him?
To give him what he deserves.
And that is?
He done conjured auguries. Said something evil had made its nest in Edric's bowels. Told Edric to eat rowan berries. Lots of them.
Ever since Edric's lived in the outhouse. And he's got hardened pustules all over him.
Voy a cargármelos, tío.
Get the hell out. Now.
And here I thought we'd have a day without corpses.
Herb Majors pay top coin for the special bits of rare creatures. Wonder how much we'll get for his eyes.
Stand still, damn it!
How long you gonna make me wait?
Dios. Me flipa, tío. Es que,
Gotta
o sea,
wonder about a man who could get Edric's friends all worked up.
me los he cargado más que nada para poder saquearlos. Porque es que estoy muy mal de todo, tío. Me gusta. Así vendo 4 cosillas y listo. Hostia, esto es el de la cabra, tío.
Everybody home? Open up, it's safe now.
Devils. Who do they bring? What seek ye?
I need your help.
Oh, a man, nay, a wolf. Grey, though not old. 'Tis he the Peller awaits.
You were expecting me.
Aye, as the bones declared I should. They shall come whose stench is rape and death, but the wolf shall disperse them, the white wolf. And thus he comes. Omens never lie.
Recognize this? Made of spruce wood, strong smell of juniper, designed to protect someone.
Freshly cut spruce sprinkled with goat's blood, then tempered with an incense of earth, smoke and juniper. For Anna, to protect her.
You make the amulet?
Aye, sure 'twas the Peller. After the way of his forefathers, over still water in the light of a full
Habla en tercera persona el tío.
proper as amulets go. It protected well. Should never have taken it off.
So, designed to protect her. From what?
Oh, the besieged she was, evil all around, wanting to possess her. Old magic, born of oblivion, from dark sources emerged.
Old magic? Can you be more specific?
'Tis not for mouth speech, nor for the touch. A small protective charm, not a thing more a Peller could do.
Anna and her daughter are missing. Know where they are?
Nay, nay. Peller don't know. But the spirits could know. The Peller will augur, the spirits ask.
Spirits. Great. Fine with me. Long as I know where to look, where to find them.
Lost, must be found. Princess! None better than Princess for finding things.
Princess? Which princess?
La cabra.
Princess, my goat! She's fled.
Those men must have scared her off. Can we get back to the auguring?
Without the goat, impossible. No goat, won't work.
No hay cabra, no hay fiesta.
Will you help me if I bring the goat back?
Princess, where have you got to, girl?
Fine. I'll get your goat.
The bell. The little bell's ringing. She loves it. Ring, ring, and she will follow. But for a while. But beware of wild strawberries. Raspberries, too.
Yeah, treacherous as beasts go. I always keep an eye out for them.
Vale. ¿Está equipada? Está equipada, efectivamente. A ver, la puta cabra. Por ahí está.
This way, I think.
Sí, me acuerdo. Creo, ¿eh?
There you are. Here, goat. Here, princess. Hoofed and horned. Should have known it would be stubborn. All right, time to try the bell. Come on, let's go see the Peller. Come on, take you back to the Peller. Misses you something awful. Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow?
Oye, puta cabra.
Where the hell did you go?
Bear! Run, you stupid piece of shit!
¡Dios! Vale. Bueno. Joder. Vale. He saqueado algo y no sé qué ha sido.
Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow?
Venga, va, que ya llegamos.
You're no roach, but I bet we could be friends in time. You've got that all-important quality every roach has to have. You don't talk much.
Princess, give us a rest.
Madre mía, tío.
Goat of mine, dearest, sweetest goat.
Can we talk about Anna and Tamara now? Know where they might be?
Blood. We need blood. A living being.
La cabra, tío.
Fine. Be right back.
Una rata.
Will this do?
They are not here. They have gone. Blood. I see blood.
Mal rollo, tío.
Whose? No Anna. No Tamara. Just the child. A child that lives not, yet did not die.
It's over? Is that it?
That is it.
Spirits had nothing more to say? Like where they went or where they are now?
You came for an augury, and augur I did. They're gone. The child remains.
Mentioned a child. Whose?
Why, Anna's.
Anna was pregnant?
She was. And she miscarried.
Baron didn't mention it.
Afraid, perhaps. Or ashamed, or forgetful. Or perhaps he had no wish to remember.
A ver, con lo borracho que es ese hombre.
Anna tell you all this? Did she come here after it happened?
Nay, not Anna. 'Twas the omens told me.
Great, so I can be sure it's true.
The omens need not your faith to be true. It is you who needs the omens to lead you to truth.
The Baron have anything to do with his wife's miscarriage?
Foul-tempered he is, and he's a fondness for hooch.
No doubt makes his temper even fouler. Did he abuse his family? Anna came to you, you must have noticed something.
The Pella's old, near blind, but Princess came and licked her hand.
So what?
She's a wise beast, only comes to those who suffer.
What happened to the child?
In a grave thrown, Without rite or ceremony, it awoke. Now it wanders. It seeks vengeance.
A botchling.
White wolf, wise wolf, catch the botchling. The botchling will help. Lead the wolf to the loved ones.
Botchlings suck the blood of pregnant women and eat their fetuses. They don't help.
'Tis a being cursed, and witches lift curses. If the white wolf can't lift it, he should bring me its blood. Blood will always find kindred blood.
Why do you want its blood?
Blood, blood, blood. It binds men for all ages, the living and the dead.
Sure, but what do you want to do with it?
At times, a century is too short for two brothers to reconcile. One dies before things are set right. The other then brings his blood to the Peller.
And what does the Peller do?
He awaits Forefathers' Eve. He mixes the blood with milk, herbs, and hen's feet. He drinks.
La víspera de los antepasados es una misión y creo que viene después de esta o algo así. Pero de hecho, no sé si es una secundaria y todo. Y está bien, está bastante bien.
Heard of one witcher who lifted a botchling's curse. Never tried it myself, though. I know you need to bury it under the threshold.
And give it a name. Perform the Aim Roin.
The ritual of naming? That's an elven custom.
Human, elven, dwarven, ancient. Spirits have no race. They honor not its meaning. Win a spirit's favor, and the spirit shall aid you. Ask, and it will answer. Seek, and it will show you the way.
Hay un bicho volando siempre, ¿eh?
I hear you right. You mentioned Forefathers' Eve? Pretty old custom. Thought it had died out.
Death lurks in every bog and puddle round here. Folk know they could die, their earthly matters unresolved. Then they require help, or they'll not know peace. Forefathers' Eve must be performed. Light the tallow candles to lead them through the dark. Call them by name, appease their regrets. Only then may they depart in peace.
Whatever I do, I gotta find the botchling first.
Seek it at midnight, near the grave that lies empty.
If what you say is true, the Baron ought to know where that grave is.
Habla con el varón, estupendo. Vamos allá, pues. Al menos ya no hay que ir a por una puta cabra. ¿Qué iba a hacer yo? Carne cruda. Holy shit. Vale. Joder, encima del caballo no puedo. Venga. Puedo hacer viaje rápido. Sí. Sí, voy a hacer viaje rápido.
Lightning strike?
Whoa there, Roach.
Hostia, tú. No me acordaba de esto.
Oswin. Where's Oswin?
Creo que lo ha provocado él, ¿no? El varón. No me acuerdo.
What?
Ah, no, vale, ya me acuerdo.
Fire. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes
Ah,
no
pues sí, vale.
prisoners.
My brother's in the stable. We've got to save him. He'll burn alive. Him and the horses.
See what I can do.
Hurry now, quick! What will you say now? It's you. You. Where do I know you from, eh? Ah, right, the Witcher. Come, drink with me. Pale as a ghost you are.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right?
Ah!
They ran from you, didn't they?
Lying prick!
Come on.
Mierda. Quería ir al establo, tío.
We need to talk.
Espera.
Sit down. You beat them.
I never...
And
That...
Joder.
Yeah.
Voy a cargar la partida porque...
La... No. Nay. Thought... On it la... What?
O sea, no, sabía que tenía que hablar con él, pero no quería hacerlo ahora.
get... But
Ay, a ver.
Some...
But
That's just...
and the
weak.
do not...
And...
Do I
A ver.
believe?
Holy shit. Cargar partida. Sí, aquí.
While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with,
menos mal.
to an old friend, Kira Metz. The sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had seemed to have taken shelter in his hideout. The Witcher set off to find it, with Kira in tow. Ciri had never reached the elven mage, yet the wild hunt had. The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt, or so it seemed. The Witcher felt it always lost, until Kira gave him a new lead. The Crones of Crookback Bog.
Venga, va. Vamos a hacerlo como toca esto. No sé por qué me he dejado del caballo, ahora que lo pienso.
Oswin. Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him?
Believe I saw him heading to the stable.
What?
Fire. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes no prisoners.
My brother's in the stable. We've got to save him. He'll burn alive. Him and the horses.
See what I can do.
Hurry now, quick!
Gotta hurry.
Over here! Can't get out! Roof's collapsed!
Coming to get you.
No. ¿Dónde está la puerta principal? Vale. Pobres sardenillas, tío.
We've a hero in our midst. You've earned yourself a barrel of Lyrian.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right?
Está borrachísimo, tío. Oye, cúbrete.
They ran from you, didn't they?
Lying prick!
Madre mía, Geralt. Vaya kickboxer estás hecho. Holy shit.
What? Lost your nerve?
Hostia, el tío se cubre, ¿eh? A ver, que quiero contraatacar. Ahora.
Let's end this.
Cojones. El puto gordo.
We need to talk.
Ahora sí.
Sit down. You beat them.
I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna.
Pero aún así.
That's another story. She
Efectivamente.
always knew how to spark my ire.
Vaya excusa.
Your wife. How'd she make you angry? Too much
Echaba
salt
mucha
in
sal
the
en
soup?
sopa.
Socks
En la
never
sopa.
darned.
20 years we've known each other. She's seen me drunk and sober. She was there to greet me when I returned the victor. She was there to patch me up in defeat. Like no other, she knew where to press, where to pinch, so it would hurt.
You beat her? For that? For criticizing you?
Oh, Witcher, you haven't a clue, have you? Well, perhaps I shall tell you about it one day. One day, but not today.
Expect me to believe you are a loving father to Tamara after that scene in the courtyard?
You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye. She had the run of the place, ask anyone. She'd ride the horses, hunt with the men, at times join them on their rounds. And they'd send for her when I flew into a rage, for only she could calm me.
Make it sound like she led a charmed life. If that's the case, why'd she run?
I'd hardly need you if I knew.
You knew they had run away from the start.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you tell me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
Tell me everything you remember about the day they fled. The truth this time.
I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me.
Mira, vaya personaje, tío.
leaving.
Vaya
I
personaje.
begged them to stay. She refused to hear it. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were gone. Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle.
Signs of a fight in the room. Hole in the wall, wine all over the landing. Was that you?
We tussled. She tried to whack me on the noggin with a candlestick, but kept missing. Hit the wall and the pillar instead. I staggered backwards onto the table, spilled the wine, slipped and tumbled. Anna used that moment to flee. She rushed down the stairs, still clutching that damn candlestick. I caught her on the landing. We fell. I thought I had her. Then she turned and smacked me in the head. I blacked out. Don't know what happened next. When I came to, I was alone.
Esto me acuerdo porque lo hice igual porque bueno.
What happened next?
O sea, las preguntas y todo esto.
Next, it only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, but Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere. I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead. And it was my doing.
Maybe you're doing, maybe not. But that amulet she wore could be important. Or maybe the fact that she lost it. What did you do with the child?
What was I to do? Took it
Lo
out and
quemé y me lo
buried it.
comí.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no
Tragicomedia.
thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
Get hold of yourself. Men like you, when they break down, look downright pathetic.
You're a heartless bastard.
Mutations worked then. But here's the good news. Your dead child might help us find the one who's still alive. And your wife.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
Details you don't need to know. There's a bond of blood between this creature and your wife and daughter. I can use that bond to find them.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual, and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob, a guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way. The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight, at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors. And try to sober up.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
Para darle de hostias.
A bit further. Follow me.
Lee el bestiario para informarte sobre los malogrados. Vamos a hacerlo. Lobos, osos, perros. Sabueso de la carnicería salvaje. Ya me acuerdo de esto. Apariciones, doncellas de la peste. Bueno, espérate, voy a ir cerrando. Necrófago, no. Ogroide, tampoco, hostia, los putos necros son feos, ¿eh? Malogrado. ¿Qué se necesita? Aceite para malditos y axia. Y aceite para malditos yo estoy seguro de que no tengo. Acónito. Holy shit. ¿Dónde cojones encuentro acónito? Si es que puedo encontrar.
You give the child a name?
No. Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
Por aquí no habrá.
Here's the spot.
Chose a lovely spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Good. The grave's dug up and empty.
What's that mean?
Botchling's on the prowl.
Feo como su puta madre, vaya.
Look.
Take it in your arms, quick.
And if it goes Garrity, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets ploughing restless?
It'll bite through your jugular, and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Merciful gods!
Back to the fortress.
What? With this?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test the old legends, change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
Voy a preparar Axia, por si acaso. Creo que las otras veces la ataqué, pero no lo recuerdo. Mierda. Joder. Bueno. Que intento bloquear, de verdad, ¿eh?
It's writhing something fierce. Can't hold it. Calm it somehow. Damn thing's gonna bark me. Calm it down. Oh.
Ahora.
Quiet now. But what do you want to do with it?
Me? Nothing. This is your job. Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a lubberkin. From then on, it'll watch over your house and help me find your family.
En serio.
More coming. Need to hurry.
On with it. We're not waiting for this.
How long are you gonna make me wait? Shit.
Joder. Es que las odio, de verdad. Encima se me ha roto la espada. Pero bueno, tío. Ni siquiera se mueve. Me cago en su vida, tío.
Squirming again. Like a duck. It worked. It stopped.
Me he quedado sequísimo.
Chosen a name?
No.
So think of one. It's important.
It's a girl. What would Anna have named her? What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Good. Now bury the body.
What now?
Hay que esperar.
In 1 day's time, Dea should turn into a lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But...
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again. By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
Madre mía.
Fuck's on a lot of you.
Cloud must have burst.
Anyone want to go and jump in punches?
Wizard tree! Let me live. Fuck.
Go, go. Come on, Roach. Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around, though. Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it. Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. Clothing. They change in here. Both were here. I'm going the right way.
Bien, 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 bien.
Wants to show me something more. necrophages had a field day. Still worth a closer look. How long are you gonna make me wait?
Qué asco, tío.
Carcass.
¿Más?
Not good.
¿Pero qué hablas? Bien. Bueno, ya, ¿no?
What do we have here? Bones have been here a while. Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days. Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks. Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse? Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength. Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here. Slow now. Whoa.
En Belen siempre está lloviendo, es una cosa. Lobos ahora no, por favor.
A fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
Who's that? The room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women. The Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of our father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is high. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than to Crow's Perch with a baron.
Why?
'Cause 'Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I means. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
'Twere like this. I was a-waiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
What marks?
They's, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden.
La cacería salvaje no creo, ¿no?
Woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses,
creo que ya me
mine
acuerdo.
and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped.
The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I'd a debt. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara learnt it. Brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Thanks for your help.
The lady, she'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is.
Bien, 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 bien. Habla con el varón sobre su familia y luego a Oxenfurt.
So here our paths diverge.
Oxenfurt.
Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
Y ahora, de hecho, vuelve allí. ¡Ole! ¡Ole! A ver. Nope. Voy a guardarlos. Porque además, este es de vitalidad. Esto estaría bien. Nivel 9. Vale. Wow, wow, wow. Hostia, ya me acuerdo de este. Luego vuelvo. Que está bastante bien esta misión.
How may I assist you?
Me he equivocado.
So long.
Ask a service of the Witcher, the Pella must. A witcherly service, that's to say.
What do you need? Tell me.
A man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering souls to emerge. Damned souls, too. We've the circle to protect from these wretches.
What'll I get out of it?
Witches do naught for free, this the Pella knows. Not to fear. How to reward one for their aid, this too the Pella knows.
Seems like you could use a Witcher, so yeah, I'll help.
You'd not refuse, the Pella knew. The time's come to gather the folk. Across the lake we must journey, to Fyke Isle. There in the circle of stones we shall meet.
Cuando fui a la isla esta, y dije, luego en una misión volvemos aquí y tal, más adelante, me refería justo a esta.
Remember me?
Stable hand pulled you out of the fire.
We'll never forget that. Here, I'm grateful.
No le diré que no. El establo. No hay... No, bueno, pues le voy a vender las armas a este hombre. A nuestro amigo Fergus.
How may I assist you?
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
A ver. Esto se lo vendo. Aunque... tiene la piedra rúnica, pero bueno, en fin. Ya encontraremos. Más 14, no es poca cosa.
So long.
Me la voy a equipar, aunque es feísima, como ninguna. Pero bueno. Es lo que hay.
How may I
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Nivel 16, 13. Nivel necesario 1. Vale, nada, fuera. No puedo hacer restos de cuero ni hilo. imposible. Holy shit. Me he equivocado. Restos de cuero. A ver, un segundo. ¿Fijar? ¿No puedo fijar? Me cago en la puta. Restos de cuero. Restos de cuero. No, vale, sí. Pues si no me dejaría... Vaya. Me dejaría. Sin más. ¿Qué coño, tío? ¿Lo puedo vender a los mercaderes? O desmontar para obtener objetos de tal, de artesanía. No veo la necesidad. A ver, esto es toda misión, creo.
Well, I've been at it 20 years now. Mastered the craft in some respects, if I do say so myself.
You wish.
Don't listen to her. She's been sore lately, snorting every chance she gets. So, what kind of armor are we talking about?
Light, but durable. Can't constrain movement, and I gotta be able to get in it without anybody's help.
That all? Sure it shouldn't be self-cleaning. And how about it wipe your arse after you take a shite in the bushes?
Comfortable, strong, and light'll do just fine.
Ought to know one thing when it comes to armor. If it's got to be durable, it can't be light.
It can. Just needs the proper tools to make it. Tools like the folk of Clan Tordaroch used on Undvik.
Joanna, I told you time and again to stay silent when I talk to customers. Shouldn't pester folk with those nonsense Skellige legends of yours.
Skellige.
Legend.
Skellige.
Nonsense. My granddad would go to Undvik for his armour. Said Tordaroch folk made the best. Till last year, that is, when a giant ravaged their island. Inhabitants either ran off or died, but the forge should still be in one piece.
Worth looking into. Say I find the tools. Will you craft the armor for me?
On condition you bring the tools. But only then.
These legends mention where the forge might be?
Yes, north side of the isle, in a cave. Clanfolk carved out a rock face to build it.
Muy bien.
Look for the tools.
Esto es para bastante más adelante. Porque para ir a Skellige todavía queda. De hecho, si nos vamos a misiones... Nivel 16. Vale. A ver.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
¿Qué iba a hacer yo? Hostia, no, nada. Quería equiparme los guantes.
So long.
Joder. Tengo sueño, se nota. Son los mismos. Ah, bueno, vale, pero aquellos... Estos son mejores. Más 5 de potencia de ataque. Bueno. Sí. Sí. En general sí. Ya estaba sudando, ¿eh? Ahora sí le vendo esto. Media hora aquí. Venga. ¿Qué tengo aquí? Vale. Ahora sí, vamos a hablar con el varón. Y... ¿qué más? Poca cosa más. Yo creo que ya puedo hacer un contrato. Aquel que era nivel 8. Y nos piramos. O sea, me piro.
Witcher, a word, please.
What is it?
That night, when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside. What did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't eat. Just sits.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Dea most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Your loss. It must hurt. Bad. But there wasn't anything we could do.
No. Not now. Not anymore. It was too late. That was clear. Should have acted earlier. Taken them all from this damned Velen. In this hole. This Reesty mire. Nothing could go right here.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out. Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenfurt.
What the blazes? She all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
No, but I talked to the man who helped her escape and then took her in. Tamara is safe and sound. From what I gathered, she has no desire to see you again, no intention to return.
I shan't trust some peasant dolt. I shan't trust whoever it is helped her. I need to know for certain she's safe. Go to her. You must be sure. See her yourself. I shan't believe anyone else.
Sí, iremos porque ya fui, pero bueno, la misión es que está bien, vaya.
I'm grateful. Take this, call it enticement, and this
La carta.
What is it?
A letter of safe conduct.
Hice una misión para conseguir este documento, pero fracasé como un pringao, así que bueno.
Very well. You were to find them both. What of Anna? Learned anything?
Nothing yet, but I'm on her trail.
Well, what are you waiting for?
For you to tell me about Ciri, like we agreed.
Fine. A word once given. When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs, gone stiff from so much bed rest. That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, where he's still among the living. Ciri, come! Our haunt should be yours as I see it.
Oh, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
At Kaer Morhen.
Witcher school there, aye. But they only took lads, as I recall.
I'm not a witcher. Just grew up there.
I believe it, seeing how you swing that sword. Know any of them potions?
Not so much. A bit.
Because you see, at times I get this pinching back here.
Shut it, Egrin.
Nobody cares about your backside. A woman could swing a sword. I've knowed one, but never seen a lady mount anything but a cock proper. All tipsy on horseback. Nothing strange on account they bloody mount them sideways.
Perhaps you'd care to wager?
Think you can outrun me on an horse? Naturally. What's the stake?
Black mare. The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do it all.
What happened? You get the jitters?
Es la suya.
No.
So why not?
The horse is mine.
To race the Baron himself. I'd consider it an honor.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold.
Would it ever?
Done. But if I win, I take your sword.
Agreed.
Solo tiene una. Y se quiere quedar con ella, estupendo.
You'll want your head about you. We start at daybreak. The day dawns.
Ready?
As ever. First one to the tower.
Man chop! Come on, Siri, don't you embarrass us.
Bueno. Lo vamos dejando por aquí, porque además ahora viene un ratillo en esta misma misión. Así que, como siempre, nos vemos mañana si no pasa nada. Mañana es jueves, sí, mañana. Ale, chao, chao.